Hello, everyone, and welcome to Survival from the Fall. Well, tonight we're having a little bit of visual stimulation here. This is a actual fire that took place on actually an Easter Sunday, and we were right next door to it, and really got to see things that were absolutely amazing. These photos right here are basically absolutely unique and a little bit concerning looking because they kind of look like strange creatures. Anyways, what I want to do is talk about car safety and how important it is to make sure that you have everything you need in a car when you're out on the road, and the safe things that you should have in your trunk. I mean, okay, what is important to have in your trunk? It's a simple list of things that you can purchase beforehand. I'd highly recommend the sooner the better before the prices go up. But the first thing is really important is a first aid kit. A quality first aid kit is highly recommended. You can use that not only in your car, but if you decide to have to leave your house and you're going to have it with you. So I highly recommend something that's going to have a scalpel and sutures and everything you're going to need to basically be your own doctor. You never know when that situation is going to arise, and yes, you might have to deal with that. Also, I highly recommend proper jackets for any type of weather, a good blanket, maybe a double wide sleeping bag that zips up, one that more than one person could get into. You can get 3 or 4 people in one of those sleeping bags and keep you warm all night without having to run the car and run out of gas or breathe in toxic fumes. And I highly recommend also bringing perhaps some extra socks, gloves, boots. Nothing is better than a really bright flashlight. There's flashlights that can plug into your cigarette lighter, and you can be powered by that, but if your battery happens to be dead, that's not going to do you a lot of good. So you want to have a rechargeable flashlight that you keep around your house. I recommend the type that have the adjustable beam, because you can go from a spotlight to a wide beam, and they also have strobe settings, and some even have Morse code for emergencies. That's definitely something that is really important. And of course, you always need paper towels. Can't have too many of those. Those are very important. And water and snacks. I would definitely recommend nuts and trail mix, things like that. Things that are going to last, but of course you won't want them to go bad. You'll want to keep up with this kit because this is your portable kit that's going to be in your car all the time. So it's really important that you have, if you're on medications of any type, to have extra medications just in case you get stuck away from your meds at home, or there could be a home fire. All kinds of things could happen, and everything I'm telling you right now is going to help you in that situation also, because what's going on here is you're watching a fire of immense magnitude burn up $100,000 truck, and it's something that's going on in this country. It's something you can't stop. When things happen, they happen, and you have to be really prepared for that. So of course you're always going to check your tires, make sure you got air in your tires, make sure your batteries are looking good. Turn your headlights on, turn your car on at the same time with your headlights on. Make sure it starts. It should start with your headlights on. If it doesn't, then it's probably time for a new battery. If you live up in the mountains where it gets cold, drops below 40, batteries don't like that. They can lose a certain percentage of the charge, and well, the cold creaking amps aren't near as good when it's warmer weather. So that's definitely what I would have on my most important list. And then also to consider that there might be situations that you come across where if you do break down, you don't know who's going to come upon you, and you have to be prepared for whether or not you need protection from those individuals. Number one, always have your cell phone ready, charged. Have a cell phone charger, of course, in your car. I highly recommend a inverter, small inverter that runs off of your cigarette lighter that can charge anything from a laptop to numerous amount of things. You're able to run off these inverters depending on how large you want to get. So once you get those, it'll help you to be more prepared. Safety wise, I highly recommend bear spray, because yes, if your car does break down and you run into a bear coming upon your car and maybe they smell some food in there, or you don't know what's going to happen. Let's say somebody you don't know, you're not too cool with, and they come upon you. What are you going to do? Well, I highly recommend the first thing I do is definitely hit my panic button, because that's gonna hit the flashers on your car if your car's battery is still good. But that's where the Bear pepper spray comes in handy, and I highly recommend getting a laser, because you just never know when that laser pointer is gonna come in real handy, because in a lot of situations, it's gonna protect you if somebody's shooting at you. Yeah, of course you don't want to be watching them shoot at you, but at the same time, you hold the laser away from your face, you hold the flashlight away from your face, whatever it is, and you shine it in the eyes of whoever's shooting at you. You're going to have a better chance of getting away and hopefully surviving that situation. If you have a sunroof and you were to spray that pepper spray out the window and somebody was following you, well, good possibility it could cause harm to whoever's following you. And if that's a bad vehicle that you're not certain that that person is going to cause harm, either head for the nearest police department, the nearest public location, or if you're in the middle of nowhere and you don't really have a choice, yes, that is something that you could do, is use pepper spray. I highly recommend that, and some people go as far as to getting a taser. That's definitely an option. They're all totally legitimate and legal, but you do want to keep them away from your children. If you have them in the trunk, well, you might not be able to get to them in the time of need. So some of these items are going to need to be kept in a stowaway bag underneath the seat of your vehicle, and they're all critical to helping you maintain safety on the road for you, your children, your family, and I can't tell you how much we all need to be safe in this time and this situation that's going on with the country. It's getting pretty scary out there, and I don't recommend driving anywhere at night. If you drive a nice shiny new car, you could get carjacked really quick. You drive an old beater looking car, it's probably not going to happen as quick. And there's a lot of old looking vehicles out there that have nice new motors in them and are really fast. We call them sleepers, and yeah, those are actually a little safer to drive around in than something that looks like a brand new car that somebody wants to take a gun, put it in your face, and then what are you gonna do? Yeah, you don't want to have to get into the conceal carry weapons. I mean, that's a whole world you just don't want to get into. You don't want to get into that situation. Some people put zip strips on your windshield wipers, and that can actually make you get out of your car and see what's going on with your windshield wipers. No, that's actually a trick for people to probably come and try to either kidnap you, take your car. Human trafficking is really prevalent right about now, and yes, there's always that possibility. Also, you're on a lonely road at night and somebody bumps you with their car, runs into you, not severely, but severe enough to cause you to pull over and also stop and roll down the window and correspond with people that might have other intentions. So definitely pay attention to all these tips, and I'll have a separate show with a list that you can be able to download yourself. You'll be able to go onto our website, get any of this information also for yourself, and put together a kit for your home, put together a kit for your car, and make sure you're going to be safe, because as you see in these photos, I finished taking the videos and this fire burned for approximately 45 minutes in this truck. It took 3 fire trucks to put it out. 2 fire trucks emptied out completely with water. Then we had to tell them, hey, all we have is a garden hose for you to use. Well, they ended up getting a truck with foam. And it took a long time for that foam to be able to put that fire out. It actually, unfortunately, got in the lake and killed everything. But yeah, it's never can you be ready for what's going to happen next. So this is to help you be prepared. And just look at these pictures. You can't tell me this world's right. These pictures, I took 110 photographs in between all the video I had. And I'll load those on another show because they're pretty intense. And yes, a lot of people have always been quite interested in why these have the shapes they do in them, and they have not been altered in any way to make them look like there's big monsters or big heads sticking out from this truck that's on fire. But you tell me what they are. I don't know. They look kind of creepy to me, but nonetheless, everything's getting that way lately, and well, we want to be safe. So till the next show, thank you. Make sure you tune in to our YouTube channel and subscribe, and you're definitely gonna continue getting videos on a regular basis. I'm gonna try to put out as many as I can a week, and as quick as we can edit them and get them up online. You'll have more information to prepare you for anything that could happen in this world, and a lot of things are going to happen. So till next time, be safe. Talk to you soon.